Welcome to tonight's broadcast of Luling Eagles Sports on the Luling Eagles Sports broadcast. And now let's go down to the broadcast booth with the Luling Eagles Sports broadcast crew of Eric Lugo, Brad Wright, and Gregory Tracy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this evening's broadcast here on the Luling Eagles Sports broadcast. We're here in Flatonia, Texas for the playoff game between your Luling Eagle boys basketball team and the Yoakum Bulldog boys basketball team. Okay, so we're just getting a thumbs up from Brad, making sure y'all could hear us out there. So it sounds like we're all ready to go. So, in case you didn't notice already, all we're going to shoot tonight is the scoreboard. There will be no video. UIL rules prohibit that during playoff games for the kind of broadcast that we offer to you. So, unfortunately, we'll be unable to bring you the video. But I think I do a pretty good job describing things to you. So just listen to me, and the scoreboard is there. As you see there, Luling is going to be the home team. I guess now will be a good time to go through what the teams are wearing. My not-so-world-famous Craig Way impersonation. The Eagles are wearing their home white uniforms. Those of y'all that have been at Eagle High School Gym, y'all know what they look like. Gray numerals with outlined in green, Eagles in script across the chest. And then, of course, white shorts with a little gray trim on them, and then the LE logo with the silhouette of the eagle in the background. Yoakum is wearing their travel blue jerseys, and, of course, they played in our Luling Holiday Classic back around Christmas time, so those of y'all that were there for that will remember these guys. Yoakum in block lettering across the chest in white, numerals in white. Of course, like I said, blue jerseys with white trim on the shorts. So about to get underway here. And again, as you see there, Luling is the home team, so the Bulldogs, where it says Bulldogs, that's where it'll be updated. I just got a text or a message from Ruby Salas on our and one thing good about this is I don't have to worry about running the scoreboard. I kind of like that. And so the Bulldogs win the tap. They drive in, shoot, no good, rebounded by Spencer for your Eagles. I got a roster for Yoakum. I'll get to that here in a minute because, like I said, they were in our Luling Holiday Classic, so I have it from there. I just got to find it. Jaime Gomez is going to drive in a floater. It's no good, and knocked out of bounds. It's going to be to the Eagles. As you see there, 7:34 left in the opening period. Baker going to inbound. Oh, and try to get it and threw it at his feet, and the turnover, try to get it to Hanks, and Bulldogs come the other way with it. But that's Isaac Martinez that has it. Harrison has it now, number 3 for Yoakum. He has it again. Gets it back to Martinez. Martinez wears 4. I believe that's, if I remember correctly, that's right. Like I said, I'll double check that here in a minute. They have it at the top of the key. Aiden Flores is guarding him out there. Martinez drives in, kicks it out, and passed off and drive in the lane, and foul. No good, but he will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. So shout out to Ruby for tuning in. She's a great supporter of ours, Ruby Salas. And then earlier I got a message to my cousin. I don't know if y'all know, a lot of y'all know that. He's also on the school board. Jason Rios said he was going to be tuning in. So, Jason, if you tuned in, you and your family, the first free throw is good. Let's see if I can locate that roster for Yoakum that I have. Second free throw is good as well. It rattled in. Flores with it for the Eagles. Oh, tried to get it to Hanks and threw it away. Goes out of bounds. So the Eagles starting off a little shaky here in the opening period. You know, understandable. They're playoffs. It's all on the line, basically. It's you win or you go home. 22 has it now for Yoakum. Gets it over to Martinez. Over to Harrison inside. Harrison has it knocked away, and Spencer comes up with it for the Eagles. Coming the other way with it is Brayson Spencer. Gets it over to Jaime Gomez. Jaime with it. Dribbling at the top of the key. Tries to shake loose for the defender, and it's passed it off to Aiden Flores. Aiden out here in front with it now. Guarded by Harrison out there for Yoakum. They pass it to Spencer, over to Baker. Back to Flores. Flores is going to line up a 3, and no good off the rim. And the rebound is loose and ends up in the hands of the Bulldogs. Bulldogs coming the other way with it. Martinez has it. At top of the key, guarded out there by Aiden Flores. And 22 with a 3, and that's good. It kind of hit the rim and rolled around and then fell through. So Eagles starting off in a 5-0 hole. Jaime Gomez with it and gets it over to Baker. Back to Jaime. See if the Eagles can get the lid off that basket. Hanks with a jumper, and there it is. That's the first 2 points of the game for your Eagles. So down 3 at 5-2. I think that once the Eagles settle in here, guys, that they'll start making some of those baskets that we're missing here early.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just a little nerves. It's been a while since we've been in the playoffs, and I don't think any of these guys have.
22 is going to shoot another 3, and that's good again. And if he keeps shooting like that, they're going to have to get some defense. And I believe they've just called it. Did we just get a timeout here? No. Thought we did.
I don't know what it is.
The ball
stopped the play.
There's some confusion here. Sorry, y'all are tuned in. We're trying to figure out what's going on here, so we can let you know what's going on. But now we might have been an official timeout. I think that's what it was. Jaime Gomez with it over to Spencer. Spencer has it. Gets it over to Flores. Flores dribbles. Goes in, shoots it. No good, but he does get fouled. So Aiden Flores will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Sounded like we were going to have a pretty good turnout, even though, unfortunately, like I said, we can't bring y'all the video. That's just out of our hands. Nothing we can do about that. First free throw is up and no good from Flores. But we do appreciate all the support. You guys, I think, already know that. Free throw is good from Aiden Flores this time. So the Eagles down 5 now. Oh, and a bump. Maybe get a foul here on Hanks. That's what it looks like. And the good thing about shooting the scoreboard, the way, unless they're not changing it, I'm not sure. I don't see it. It looks like they're not updating it. I guess whoever's working the scoreboard doesn't know how to do it. I was hoping we would have, I was going to say, updates on who commits the fouls and how many they commit, but doesn't look like it. 21 with it, gets it over to Harrison. 3 inside, and that's good. That's Barnett, I believe, if I remember correctly. Xavier Barnett, number 11 for Yoakum, scored and makes the score 10-3 in their favor. Jaime with it now. Gets it over to Spencer. Oh, and Flores, I thought, lost it. He shot it and missed it. Rebound by 21 over to Martinez, 4. Martinez, the Eagles fans are getting into it on their side. And we're going to have a jump ball between Barnett and Jadis Hanks. And the jump ball possession arrow was in the favor of the Eagles.
They are updating fouls on there. I'll try to adjust the camera at halftime.
Okay, yeah, you can kind of see it on the bottom. Yeah, you can see it now. So, yeah, Brad will get that. And Brayson Spencer with a 3, and that's no good off the rim. Rebound by Barnett. Gets it over to 21. Martinez is going to line up a 3, and he hits it. So I just found the roster I have for the Yoakum Bulldogs as Jaime's out there in front dribbling around. Floater by Jaime, no good. Rattled in and out, but he does get fouled. But the Eagles down early, as you see there in front of you, 13-3. So important for them to try to stem the tide here. Jaime to the line to shoot 2 free throws. First one all the way up is good. I did find the roster I need. Yes, I was correct. Isaac Martinez is number 4. Some of these guys I did remember right off the top of my head. Second free throw from Jaime is good. Makes the score 13-5. Martinez has it now, bringing it up the floor for the Bulldogs. Gage Harrison, number 3, as I mentioned. 21 with it. That's a 3, and that's off the rim, no good. Rebound loose, and I think it's going to be a foul on 11. That's Barnett, as I mentioned earlier.
I think that's his second already.
And it's Xavier, kind of an unusual way to spell Xavier Barnett, but that's the way he spells it. Spencer brings it up the floor, gets it over to Baker. Baker over to Jaime. Jaime thought about a 3, changed his mind as he was guarded out there by 21, which is Hopkins, Jamar Hopkins, and I believe to travel or a
legal screen.
It was a legal screen. Okay, so offensive foul. So yeah, on Baker. So turnover, and the ball will go over to the Bulldogs. Yeah, and the Eagles now they're only down 8. So like I said earlier, though, I think you got to think that once they settle in and start making some of the shots that they're missing right now, that as long as they can hold Yoakum on defense, they'll be in good shape. Martinez has it, gets it over to 22, and that's Garza, Elias Garza. And Martinez shoots a 3, and that's off the rim, no good. Rebound, they fought for it. Baker, same team, Baker and Spencer. Of course, if y'all know Baker and y'all know Spencer, y'all know who's going to win that battle. So, but Spencer ends up with it. Gets it over to Hanks. He's at the free throw line. Over to Spencer. Spencer's going to drive in. Floater, no good off the rim, and rebounded by Hopkins for Yoakum. He's bringing it the other way. Gets it over to Harrison. Harrison's going to drive in, and he loses it. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a turnover. No, there was some contact there, but there was no whistle. So right at 2 minutes left here in the opening period. And I have to say I'm liking not having to worry about a scoreboard while I'm doing a play-by-play here. Aiden Flores gets it over to Jaime. Jaime drives in. He's going to have it blocked by Harrison and goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Eagles down on this end. We're on the end closest to where we're on the side with Eagle fans, as I mentioned earlier. We're on the basket closest to where the Eagles are going. We're underneath there, kind of. So Marion Cruz is checked in and gets it over to Jaime, over to Spencer out front. Minute 41 and counting left here in the first period. Flores with it. Gets it over to Jaime. Jaime gets it over to Spencer. Over to Jaime. Jaime thought about a three, changed his mind. Floater is no good, but Jaime does get fouled. So he'll go to the line and try to cut into that 8-point deficit for the Eagles. Jaime, of course, one of our senior players here for the Luling Eagle boys basketball team. Hoping that it won't be his final game in a Luling Eagle uniform. First free throw is good. And before I came up here, I was checking the bracket, and the winner of this contest today will be taking on the winner of the Crystal City versus Marion contest. Free throw is good for Jaime, so makes the score 13-7. And Martinez has it, bringing it up the floor. Gets it over to Harrison. Harrison with it over to 34, and he shoots it. He's going to miss, but he's going to get fouled.
Shot hit the support.
Oh, okay. So that's what it was. Well, we like that. Like that better than a foul on the Eagles. So Jaime Gomez with it. Gets it over to Spencer. Spencer with it. Over to Flores for a three, and that's good. Hayden Flores for three. Or it may have been called. No, it was a three. I thought it was a three. Martinez is bringing it the other way. We're down under a minute left here in the first period. Oh, foul. And that foul's going to be called on Jaime. Let's see how many fouls that is. It's going to be his first, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, the 0 right now. You can barely see it if you look at the bottom left. It's kind of cut off. Like Brad said, he'll fix it a little bit at halftime. So Gage Harrison with it for Yoakum. Gets it over to 22. That's Garza. Back to Harrison. Harrison over to Hopkins. Hopkins drives in, misses, and Zamarian comes up with a rebound. Gets it over to Jaime. So Jaime's going to line up a three, and that's good! And the game is now tied. Martinez coming the other way with it for the Bulldogs. Gets it over to Hopkins. Back to Martinez. Over to Harrison. Harrison with it. Drives in, and we're going to get a travel. Yes. There was a lot of contact. I'll be honest with you folks. We are wearing the green and white, but there was a lot of contact, but nothing was called except for the travel on Harrison. So 3 seconds, 2. And Spencer with it. He gets it off. And no good, but at the end of one period here from Flatonia High School in Flatonia, Texas, your score is going to be your Luling Eagles 13 and the Yoakum Bulldogs 13. So you guys know that with this being a kind of a UIL sanctioned broadcast, we've got to run at least one UIL commercial, so you're going to get it right now. So stay tuned here on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Texas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen,
31 listeners,
following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect. For officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
So there's your commercial for the game here, and knocked out of bounds as we start the second period. We're going to talk a little bit, too, later, or at least I will, about the upcoming state tournaments for the boys and the girls. Of course, that's where all these teams are hoping to end up. Hopkins has the ball for Yoakum. Gets it over to number 2's checked in. That's Cuellar, I believe. Yes, Cuellar. And the ball shot missed, but we're going to get a foul here. And Harrison will go to the line for Yoakum. First free throw is up, and it's good. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, though. Actually, Zamarian took it away from Barnett for the Bulldogs. And Jaime ends up with it now as he gets it from Aiden. And Aiden got it from Zamarian. Spencer shoots a three, and that's good! And the Eagles have their first lead of the game at 16-14. Hopkins with it for the Bulldogs. Gets it over to Harrison. Harrison drives in, and let's see what we're going to get here. Yes, and he's going to get an and one out of it. He does score the basket, and he's going to go to the line to try to add to it. So the Eagles' lead is fairly short-lived. We have 15 Darian Bell checking in for the Bulldogs. Harrison misses on the free throw, and I believe, it actually went off of Barnett. So Jaime Baker was there with Xavier Barnett. But the Eagles catch a break there because it goes off of Barnett. And Spencer has it as he got it from Jaime. He has it out the top of the key, gets it over to Hanks. Over to Flores. Flores with it, shoots it, and misses it as it was a fall away. And rebounded there by Bell and gives it over to Hopkins. Hopkins gets it over, and that's turnover. Was knocked away. Jaime out front, lays it up, and it's good! Harrison and the Eagles do have the lead back at 18-16. Gets it over to Hopkins. And over to Barnett. Hopkins shoots a jumper at the free throw line, is no good. Rebounded by Jaime. Jaime coming the other way with it. A double dribble called. I know there's one official called that, the one that was pretty much the furthest away from it, and the other two didn't overrule him. So Brad wasn't agreeing with the call. You weren't agreeing with that call, were you?
Took it away from him.
Yeah. Hopkins with it. Again, the Eagles on top by 2, 18-16. As you see there, they are the one with the Bulldogs on the scoreboard. Three-pointer from Bell is in and out, no good. Barnett tried to get it. He couldn't do it. Rebound is by Jaime Gomez. Jaime with it. Gets it over to Baker. Back to Jaime. Jaime's going to line up a three. And no good. Rebounded. Yoakum comes up with it. And then we're going to get a hold there. Holding foul on Hanks. So I believe that's his second already. Yes. I know at least two, so if not more. Yeah, second. There it is. So I believe they're putting, I'm not sure if they're doing the fouls by each team, but I know that the ones that have been on our side have been put on our side, so they may be doing them on each side. I kind of like that. I've never seen a scoreboard like that. Ours just does it on the one side, I think, just for both teams basically. Bell with it. Gets it over to 2. That's Cuellar. Trae is his first name, and knocked away. And they're going to get a whistle on the turnover. The Eagles will get the ball.
Foul on Yoakum.
Oh, okay, it's a foul. Yeah, I see it now. So, what number was that, Brad? Is it 21? Okay, so 21 for Yoakum. That was Hopkins with that foul.
And that's his second.
Ball inbounded. And this is Spencer with it. Spencer gets it over to Flores, who's trapped. We're going to get a whistle and a timeout. Coach Geiger saw that his player was in trouble, and so he called timeout right away. I don't see timeout numbers on this scoreboard that we're looking at. I don't know if they're on the other one or not. I don't see it. So, yeah, so we'll try to keep up with timeouts as best we can because That is one thing I'm going to lose with not having the scoreboard that I normally run is track of timeouts, but that's the first one by either team that I'm aware of.
Yes.
So.
And that was a 30-second by the Eagles.
Okay. So, guys, what are we thinking so far? What are y'all noticing out there?
Just little nerves. It seems like the Eagles have finally been able to shake them off now. Now you just got to settle down and just play your style of basketball.
What Brad said.
We're going to eliminate what Brad said. You have to come up with your own stuff. I'm just picking on you, Greg. So,
some of the calls, they just need to let them play. But I'm not wearing the black and white, so.
See, you came up with your own stuff. I didn't need to tell you. Jaime with it as he inbounds it over to Spencer. Spencer gets it over to Aiden. Aiden with it. Almost traveled, but he did maintain his steps. Gets it over to Baker. Now he gets it back, and he's going to shoot a three, and that's no good. Rebounded by Cantu underneath. Gets it over to Baker. Baker loses it, and it's going to be a turnover. He just lost it. He did get hit, but apparently that wasn't what caused the turnover in the opinion of the, as Greg just said, the black and white. Martinez has it, bringing it up the floor for Yoakum. A little under 5 minutes left here until halftime. And knocked away. Cuellar tried, and then they're going to get a foul here.
That's going to be his third.
Yes.
Who was that? No,
21.
21, Hopkins. That's his third. Yeah, I do see that. Seems like when they change it on one side, it changes on both. So I guess it is, but it just goes on both sides.
Yeah, then it'll go back to whoever lasts on each team.
So Spencer is at midcourt, dribbling the ball. Guarded out there by Martinez for Yoakum. Passes it over to Cantu. Cantu gets it over to Jaime. Jaime with it. Gets it over to Aiden Flores. Aiden with it. Right at the free throw line, gets it over to Spencer. Spencer goes in and passes it to Jaime. Jaime takes a step inside, misses on the short jumper. I say short, but it was about a foot in front of the three-point line, so it wasn't really that short. And then we're going to get a whistle here as Cuellar had the ball.
They're just being out there calling just about everything they can.
Yeah.
So, and after all that, guys, the Eagles are still in front by 2 points, 18-16. Pass. That's Martinez with it. It's it over to Harrison. And over to Cuellar. Cuellar shoots a floater. No good off the back of the rim. Cantu comes up with the rebound. Him and Baker. Only reason Baker didn't get it is because it went underneath him. And Cantu was standing right there to catch it. Flores gets it over to Gary. And he gets it back from Gary. Gets it over to Gary again. And Gary gets it to Jaime. And we're going to get a whistle. And I believe we're going to get a screen on Gary there. It's going to be a foul on him. Let's see. Yes, it is Gary. I believe that's his first.
So, by my counts here, and it's unofficial, everybody on the floor for the Eagles has one foul right now.
Well, you feel like if you can spread them out, Brad, that'd be the best thing to do. Hopkins with it for Yoakum.
You need to draw that next one on 21 for Yoakum. He's already got 3, and they're still leaving him in.
Martinez in there, and as Brad mentioned, he is still in there, Jamar Hopkins. He got the ball right now. Passes it over to Harrison. Harrison with it. It's it over to Martinez. Martinez drives in, kicks it out. Cuellar shoots a 3, no good off the rim. And really, Brad, I have to say, it's kind of reversed right now. The Yoakum Bulldogs seem like they're having a lot of trouble getting balls to the basket. Spencer with it. Spencer drives in, gets it to Baker, and went off of Baker's hand, went back to Spencer. Spencer shoots a 3, and that's good! Gives the Eagles a 5-point lead at 21-16. Harrison bringing it the other way, gets it over to Hopkins. Hopkins over to Martinez. Martinez gets it back to Hopkins. Inside to, he's got a mismatch there, Harrison, and he took advantage of it. Cantu was guarding him, and he had
kid.
Yeah, he's got a lot more size.
And he's got some bulk to him.
For sure. 11, Flores with it, gets it over to Baker. Over to Gary. Gary with it now. Gary, of course, wears number 5 for the Eagles. Over to Jaime. Jaime dribbling it out front, gets it over to Spencer. 2:23 and counting left here until halftime. Jaime with it. Over to Spencer. Spencer He's going to drive in, and he changes his mind. He passes to Baker. He had an opening. He waited too long. I believe he's going to get called for a travel. He kind of hesitated there, and you know what they say about hesitating. So he got the ball. I mean, he had an opening. He just waited too long to take advantage of it. Harrison will be inbounding the ball for the Bulldogs. Gets it over to Isaac Martinez. Martinez with it. Gets it over to Harrison. Harrison's heard him say is a senior as well, so he's hoping it won't be his final game in a Bulldog uniform. And Garza got it over to, that was again Martinez. Back to Garza. And inside, somebody fell down. That was Baker for the Eagles. And then there's a whistle. We're going to get a foul.
They're calling those inside fouls like that weak.
Minute 38 left until halftime. The Eagles still on top, 21-18.
They need to call 3 seconds in the lane on Yoakum. That's what they need to call. But
they're not picking that up. They're more worried about picking up the
calling the little tic-tac fouls instead.
First free throw is up and good for Hopkins. He of the 3 fouls currently. Cuts the Eagle lead to 2 points.
Basically, as a coach can do is just get in their ear, but you don't.
The rebound by Barnett, and he puts it back in, and he's going to tie the score, 21. So far, folks, it's shaping up to be a pretty good finish to this game. Just hoping it comes out on top of in favor of the Luling Eagles. Spencer with it currently. Gets it over to Jaime. Jaime with it. Guarded by Hopkins, and a floater was off the rim and then fell out. Coming the other way is Martinez. Gets it over to Harrison. Harrison lays it up and misses it, but Barnett puts it back, and it goes in. It rolled on the rim and then fell through. And right under a minute now left here until halftime. Now the Eagles trail by 2, 23-21. Got Flores with it. Gets it over to Spencer. Back to Flores. Gets it inside to Baker. Baker with it. Going to drive in, and he's going to get fouled. Good job there by Jaime Baker to go up with it, knowing that he had Harrison moving around. Took full advantage of that. So Baker will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws at 36.3. Some clocks we experience have the hundredths of a second. This is one of them. I just called it 36.3. First free throw is up and off the back of the rim and no good for Baker. And Toussaint is going to check in. I believe it's his first action. Donovan Toussaint for Yoakum. Touissaint on that last name. And there's a free throw good for Baker. It's going to cut the lead to 1 for Yoakum. Martinez has it. We get down to about half a minute left until halftime. Martinez with it. Over to Barnett. Over to Harrison. Harrison with it. Guarded by Spencer. That's a mismatch. Gets it over to Garza. Garza gets it over to Martinez. Martinez is going to drive. Kicks it out to Toussaint. And over to Harrison. Back to Garza. He's going to shoot a 3. And no good. A good defense there. I think that was Flores. And then rebound by Harrison. And I think he had it blocked.
Miami.
It was Jaime Baker that blocked it. Okay, so I didn't know if it was him or if it was Hanks.
No, it was Baker.
So Jaime Baker with a block there. Toussaint's going to inbound it, gets it out front to Garza. Over to Martinez, who's going to shoot a 3. And in and out, no good. And at the buzzer, I didn't even see how much time was left. That's right at the buzzer, right before the buzzer. It would have counted. But as it is at halftime, your score is going to be the Yoakum Bulldogs 23 and your Luling Eagles 22. So we got one more half to go. We're going to run the halftime commercials right now, and then when we come back, we're going to have another UIL thing I have to take care of, and then we'll kind of break down what we've seen so far in the first half and look what we're looking forward to in the second half. Okay, so stay tuned here on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast.
Nestled on the outskirts of Luling and Lockhart, is the beautiful and quaint chapel on Mayberry Hill. A tiny wedding chapel specializing in micro-weddings, vow renewals, officiant services, and as a photography venue. The chapel is both rustic and elegant, as it sits atop the wooded grounds of a private residence. Named after the homestead and hill it rests upon, the chapel features a cedar accent wall, stunning cedar slatted high ceilings, genuine hardwood floors, and beautifully restored stained glass windows. The Mayberrys are both ordained ministers and enjoy the opportunity to provide small, affordable and stress-free micro-wedding ceremonies, with a wide range of services and all-inclusive packages. Follow the chapel on social media or see their website at chapelonmayberryhill.net.
The management and the staff of the Luling Foundation Farm are striving to produce the safest and best quality Angus beef possible for their customer. This beef is grown locally on the best forage and feed available in the most humane way possible. The Foundation Farm is doing everything they can to produce an excellent beef eating experience for their customers. Please call for current prices and availability at 830-875-2438. Thanks for considering our product. L&S Mexican Restaurant is located on 310 East Pierce Street in Luling, Texas. L&S have a rotating daily breakfast and lunch specials. Steak ranchero tacos on Mondays from 5 to 11 a.m. And cheeseburger and fries combo with medium drink on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Along with a full menu of the finest of Mexican foods. L&S offers great service with a family-friendly environment. So, grab the family and head on over to L&S Mexican Restaurant.
Here at Magnolia Mart, we proudly offer the Luling area unforgettable Mexican classics, including breakfast tacos, lunch tacos, and quesadillas. We use only the freshest ingredients to bring you authentic, unparalleled Mexican flavors. At Magnolia Mart, we have created a menu that is sure to make for an unforgettable dining experience. If you are looking for authentic Mexican flavors such as our birria taco plate special, we have on Fridays and Saturdays, you have come to the right place. Magnolia Mart is located at 702 East Houston Street. For an extra treat, when the Luling Eagles football team wins, you win. One free breakfast taco with up to 2 toppings on Saturday mornings, up until noontime. Go Eagles!
Good times with great people. We all have memories of sitting on the front porch with our parents and grandparents, surrounded by friends, having a good time. At Mom's Front Porch, we are recreating that atmosphere, where you can share a sweet treat or ice cream with the kids or grandbabies, or relax with friends over a cup of coffee. Our ever-changing menu includes everything you may need to start your day off with some good treats. We love spending time with our lovely guests and providing them with great food and environment that feels just like home. So come on over to Mom's Front Porch, we can't wait to welcome you into our own little world of happiness. Mom's Front Porch is located at 401 East Davis Street.
Come on down, Uncle Wiggly's in town. Hot and delicious, it's the best around. They got burgers and Bluebell and so much more. Retro wrestling and music, there's fun in store. So come on down to Uncle Wiggly's at our Luling store.
KJ's Embroidery is the place that can make your embroidery dreams a reality. If you're looking for embroidery work for business hats, shirts, or patches embroidered with your business logo, owner Randy Ellis can get you lined up. From a handful of items to bulk items, KJ's Embroidery is the one to call. Check them out on Facebook to stay up to date with all of their current work. If you would like to reach out to KJ's Embroidery for embroidery work done, you can send an email to kjsembroidery@gmail.com or you can call them at 830-263-2447.
And we're back here on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast. Eric Lugo, Brad Wright, Greg Tracy here with you from Flatonia High School, Flatonia, Texas, and Flatonia High School gym specifically. And I'm assuming Logan had to work late today. That's probably why he didn't get to make it. He does have a job a little closer into Austin, so I'm assuming that's why he's maybe if Mrs. Logan, if you're listening, can you confirm that? If I know you were able to do that the last time, so if not, no worries. If I do hear something, I'll let y'all know. But we're missing him today. But hopefully, if the Eagles win tonight, we'll play again. I'm assuming it would be Friday or Saturday, right, Brad? And so yeah. So maybe we can get him, especially if it happens to be on a Saturday. I'm sure he'd be available. So I'm not sure but let's just get to that game first. Let's worry about the first thing first, and then we'll get there. So as I mentioned, I have some UIL to take care of, and I'll read this again a little later on if you miss it. So go get you a pen right now, but if you happen to miss any of this, I'll read it again a little later on, and you'll have the pen in your hand already, so you'll be prepared. So hoops enthusiasts, mark your calendars for the back-to-back UIL State Basketball Championships at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. The girls' basketball championships take place February 27th through March the 1st, and the boys' championship is going to be the following week on March 6th through the 9th. Be there to witness history in the making. For all the must-know details and to grab your tickets, visit uiltexas.org/basketball. Again, that's uiltexas.org/basketball. And I guess, again, if you missed any of that, I'll read it again a little later. So, like I said, we'll get the pen now, and then that way when I read it the second time, you'll
just give us the ball.
Or in case you want to confirm that I did, or did you wrote it down right? So just basically, Alamo Dome does host all the state boys and girls state championships now every year. Once upon a time, it was in Austin at the Irwin Center. Now it's of course the Moody Center is there now, but I don't know that the UIL seems to be pretty happy having it at the Alamo Dome, so I don't know that they'll move it at least anytime soon. So they'll keep it there. So if you're interested in going, it's not too far of a trip from Luling. Maybe the Luling Eagles will be there. Who knows? It sure would be nice to go there and have a team representing Luling in the state championship tournament. Be representing Region 4 if they happen to make it that far. So it'd be nice, but we got to start here, and so hopefully that they'll get this victory tonight. They're about to start the second half here as you see the clock there winding down in front of you.
And Yoakum's yet to come out of the locker room here.
Yeah, actually,
here they come.
Yeah, here they come. Brad is a good point. Right when you said that, they must have heard you.
They should have waited.
I see our guys are ready to go. They're going to be inbounding the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, put it in play. Let's go.
Heck yeah.
So Brad did move the camera a little bit at halftime to see if we can catch the fouls there on the bottom a little bit better. You can see them a little bit better now. Let me go ahead and turn that part off because it was getting in the way of the commercials. But as you see there, Luling is the home team. They where it says Bulldogs on the scoreboard, because we are in Flatonia, of course. Jaime inbounds to Spencer to start the second half. Gets it back from Spencer, and Spencer has it now. Gets it over to Baker. Of course, the Eagles are in the basket further away from us. Now Jaime's going to shoot a three, and that's good. Jaime already feeling it coming out of the locker room, and he gives his team the lead right back at 25-23. Martinez with it for Yoakum over to that was Hopkins, with the 3 fouls. Gets it back to Martinez, back to Hopkins, over to Harrison. Harrison with it, gets it over to Garza in the corner, back to Harrison, inside to Barnett. Barnett is going to drive in, lays it up, no good, but I believe Baker's going to pick up a foul there. So Barnett will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Xavier Barnett, again, that's Xavier is how he spells his Xavier. Oh, we got blood coming out of Baker, so he's going to have to go to the bench and get that taken care of. I don't know if our trainer's here or not. I haven't seen her.
Yes,
is she? Okay, well, I figured she would be. It is a playoffs.
Well, when you get smacked underneath the basket.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's going to go over there and get taken care of real quick. Yeah, she's over there. I see her now. Shout out to our trainer there. Casey, I believe is her name. First name, Harold, I believe is her last name. Yeah. Yeah, she's taking care of it right now. Got those gloves on, taking care of Baker, getting him patched up so he can get back in the game. And Zamarian checked in for Kaimi Baker. I believe Jaime directing traffic out there, him being the team leader. Got Zamarian underneath the basket. And I'm sure he wants that size under there to go rebound that ball when it's time to do so. Of course, this free throw, they won't have to worry about it. Up and no good off the back of the rim for Barnett. Be one more free throw. 7:20 left here in the third period. Free throw is good. And Zamarian inbounds it to Spencer. Spencer with it. Gets it. Oh, I thought to Zamarian. I think Zamarian might have thought that too, but he let it go. And it ended up in the hands of Flores. Now back to Spencer. Over to Jaime. Jaime out front, guarded by Hopkins. Jaime is going to drive in and passes it up to Hanks. Hanks, he's going to get it blocked by Barnett. He was at the free throw line taking a jump shot and got it blocked and passed over to Barnett. Barnett loses it. Jaime comes up with it. He's coming the other way. Again, guarded by Hopkins. Jaime passes it off. He's going to shoot a three here, and no good. And I believe it goes off of Yoakum. It did. Zamarian Cruz was standing underneath the basket there, but it did go off of hand. I believe it was Harrison that knocked it out of bounds. And Zamarian has it inside. Oh, and it misses on the short jumper there. And Harrison has it for Yoakum. Coming the other way. Shoots it. Misses it. Barnett puts it back. Misses it again. And rebounded by Spencer. The littlest guy underneath the basket ends up with it. And Jaime Gomez comes the other way for the Eagles. He's going to drive in. Floater. No good, but he does get fouled. And I believe that's going to be Hopkins' fourth. I believe he's the one that picked it up. And let me see if I'm correct on that. You'll see it too there in front of you. I'm pretty sure that was Hopkins. He was the one right there in front of Jaime. So if it was him, it's going to be his fourth foul.
22.
No, okay, they're saying it's 22. So that's Garza. And first free throw from Jaime is good. Eagles have a 2-point lead, 26-24. We're going to have a whistle, and Flores is asking.
I think there's blood on the floor from
earlier. Okay. They're going to need to clean that up. Yeah, so Flores went over and said something to Coach Ryan Geiger, and there were. So you got everybody working now. Got Coach Chamness working, Coach Colby Chamness out there working. Not going to get him out there to do the cleanup on all five.
Other duties as assigned.
Yeah, we know a little bit about that, don't we, Brad? So a little bit of a delay here. So, guys, while we're waiting, how are we feeling so far about how the Eagles start out here in the third quarter?
Third quarter, kind of like the first two. Everybody's just got to get themselves under control and adjust to how the officials are calling the game.
Free throw is off the rim and good for Jaime. And Harrison has it. Gets it over to Martinez, and the Bulldogs coming the other way with it. Eagles now lead by 3, 27-24. Hopkins gets it over to Garza, over to Martinez. Martinez with it out front and thrown away, and Hanks is going to come up with it. Gets it over to Jaime. Jaime is going to shoot a three, and that's good! Jaime Gomez with a three. Gives his team a 6-point lead, and the Bulldogs have called a timeout. So the Eagle fans, of course, right here next to us are up on their feet. I'm sure those of you at home watching this or wherever you're at are on your feet as well. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. 5:55 left here in the third period, and your Eagles do lead by 6, 30-24. We'll run the commercial here for L&S Restaurant. Stay tuned on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast.
L&S Mexican Restaurant is located on 310 East Pierce Street in Luling, Texas. L&S have a rotating daily breakfast and lunch specials. Steak ranchero tacos on Mondays from 5 to 11 a.m. And cheeseburger and fries combo with medium drink on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Along with a full menu of the finest of Mexican foods. L&S offers great service with a family-friendly environment. So, grab the family and head on over to L&S Mexican Restaurant.
And we're back here on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast. Eric Lugo, Brad Wright, Greg Tracy, and of course our support staff's here too. Not doing as much work as they normally would, but Stephanie Tracy and Patricia Trish Calloway is, but not Steph. Steph's got the break with not having video of miss by Barnett on that short jumper off the rim. It rolled, and then Jaime ends up with a rebound. Another three for Jaime, and that's good as well. I already knew it was going in before he even got there. I could see it. It was going in. It was nothing. It was going to hit nothing but the back. It hit the back part of the rim and just fell through. Martinez with it now, and the Eagles up by 9. They're starting to feel it now. Hopkins misses on a short jumper about a couple of feet from the basket. It went off the rim, but he does get fouled.
That's going to be the third on Zamarian.
So the guys, like I said earlier, the Eagles just had to start getting settled in, and y'all said it too, and that's what they're doing. A missed free throw there by Hopkins. So now Baker's back in as he got patched up, and he's back ready to go. Seems to be okay. Hopkins will shoot his second free throw. So you got to think, guys, if they just can stick with it on defense, they'll be in pretty good shape here. And I believe it's going to be a lane violation. Is that? Oh, we're going to get another foul is what we're going to get. I believe we got a foul on 11, Flores for the Eagles. That's what officials talking to Coach Geiger about it now.
I think the foul had to be after the shot. Why does he get the shot over?
Okay, well, they're giving him the free throw over like Brad just said. So I'm not sure why. Why not call it a two-shot foul, you know?
Well, they're not in the bonus, so he wasn't the shooter.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. So Hopkins to the line again. This free throw is good. Makes the score 33-25 in favor of your Eagles. Jaime with it. Jaime's going to drive in. Floater for Jaime is no good. He's usually really good at that shot, but he missed it off the back of the rim that time. Garza has it for the Bulldogs. Gets it over to that's Cuellar. Over to Harrison. Harrison, it misses it off the backboard and then the rim and rolled out. Rebounded by Flores for the Eagles. Down under 5 minutes now left here in the third. Jaime thought about a three from pretty far out. Changed his mind. Spencer gets it. Spencer has it, drives into the lane. He had an opening, and he's going to get fouled.
There's going to be that fourth on 21.
Yeah, the fourth on Hopkins. So did a good job there. He just kind of leaned in, tried to shoot, and then got it.
Referee lost a shoe. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I've been watching basketball for
a lot of years, right?
49 years tomorrow, but never seen that.
Yeah, by the way, shout out to Brad Wright. It's his birthday tomorrow. He just told you how old he was. I didn't have to tell you. Jaime with it. Oh, thrown away, and see if it's going to be an over and back. Yeah. But a good thing there by Flores is he prevented a fast break, as I think that was Garza there with him, neck and neck. And Cuellar will be inbounding for Yoakum. Gets it over to Martinez. Martinez with it. He waves Cuellar into the play. Over to Garza. And Harrison has it now over to Barnett. Barnett inside, misses it. Rebounds, fought for. It's loose. It's still loose. Now we're going to get a jump ball, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, it's very loose. It was loose in about 5 or 6 bodies in the middle there. And I do believe we're going to get a jump ball. And I think this one's going to go the way of the Bulldogs, if it is a jump ball, since the Eagles inbounded the ball to start the third period. We got sweat on the first. We had blood. Now we got sweat.
No, why? There was only about 10, 12 guys out on the floor after that one.
Sweaty guys at that.
Right.
Don't forget that part. So we got the court wiped up. And as I mentioned, I still haven't seen them, but I'm assuming that they've given the ball to the Bulldogs out of bounds. I'm assuming that's what the call was.
Yes.
Jump ball, yeah. So, and Yoakum does have the possession arrow. The next one will go to the Eagles. Gets it over to Harrison, inbound. That was Cuellar that inbounded it. And over to Martinez out front. Over to Garza. Garza with it. Over to again, that's Cuellar again. And over to Martinez. Martinez with it. Gets it over to Garza. Garza over to
Eagles.
Martinez. What was that, Brad?
Just great defense by the Eagles, fronting the two big guys down low, constantly not allowing them to get the ball into them.
And a steal by, as you just mentioned, Brad. That's what that leads to. Jaime with a spin and it lays it in. Gives the Eagles a 10-point lead at 35-25. Harrison coming the other way with it for the Bulldogs. Gets it over to Garza, who's going to shoot a three as the defender fell down, but he misses it. Rebound, fought for. Jaime has it. Jaime gets it. Eagles caught a huge break there. I don't know who that was out there on Garza, but he fell down, and so he had a wide open look, but he didn't make it. Spencer with it now for the Eagles.
Just kind of slow it down, run some clock. Don't.
And gets it inside to Flores. Flores will lay up, no good, no foul call. And Hanks comes up with a rebound. Oh, we're going to have a whistle here. What's the call?
Hurt player.
Oh, we got a hurt. Yeah, injured player. I think that's Flores that went down. Yeah, it was Aiden. Yeah, Aiden Flores. But he's okay. I'm assuming the Eagles will maintain possession since they did have it. With imminent possession, it was with them. So, and I'm assuming now that Aiden will get looked at by our trainer.
It's not a timeout. I don't know.
Yeah.
Get the coaches off the floor here.
Like you just mentioned, Greg, the official right here in front of us got those coaches off the floor pretty quick. Jaime with it. We're at 3:12 and counting left here in the third period. And Spencer thought about a three, changed his mind. And it's going to pull it out and gets it over to Jaime Gomez. Jaime with it. Jaime, the drive in, floater is no good. And the ball goes out, and it's going to be off the Eagles and going to be over to the Bulldogs.
Foul on Baker.
Oh, we got a foul on Baker. Okay, that's what it was. So that's Baker's third, looks like. As you see there in front of you there in the, like I said, bottom left-hand corner.
Aiden Flores right back in for the Eagles.
And Cuellar has it for Yoakum. Gets it over to Garza. Over to Martinez. Martinez with it. Over to Harrison. Harrison, and he's going to get fouled, as you just mentioned. He's back in, Brad, and he picks up a quick foul. Does Aiden Flores. And let's see what number foul that is. We're waiting like y'all are there. A second foul for Aiden Flores. Again, 2:43 left in the third period, and the Eagles leading by 10, 35-25, and Flores comes right back out. Went in, and he's right back out. Looks like it's going to be a two. Is it? It's official here in front of us. Yeah, he's up. What he looked like he signaled is a two-shot foul. So I'm assuming, Brad, that yes, they are in the bonus. Harrison with it. First free throw off the rim and no good. One more coming for Gage Harrison. And as I mentioned, he's a senior for the Bulldogs, so he's hoping this won't be his final game in a Bulldog uniform. Second free throw is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Hanks for the Eagles. And I believe he's going to get a foul drawn on top of that. Elias Garza picks it up. And that Elias, I wanted to spell that for y'all too, especially those of y'all that were with us during the tournament when they were in Luling. It's Elyas is his first name. So Spencer with it for the Eagles. Out front, gets it over to Jaime. Jaime with it. And it goes off the hands of Spencer and out of bounds. So a turnover will be to the Bulldogs. That's pretty much the Eagles have avoided that, guys, for the most part, and except for then. And that's how you can win games, if you can limit those turnovers. Martinez with it. Gets it over to 22. That's Garza over to Cuellar. And Cuellar shoots it off the backboard, and it goes in. And Spencer has it now, and they cut the lead down to single digits. It's an 8. And Spencer has it. Dribbled in out front. Gets it over to Cantu's back in. Over to Jaime. Jaime with it. Gets it over. Back over to Gary. Back over to Jaime. Jaime with it. Is out front guarded by Garza. Gets it over to Spencer. Spencer with it. Drives in. Oh, and loses it as Barnett comes up with it for the Bulldogs. And Martinez has it now. Gets it over to Harrison. Harrison's going to shoot it and off the backboard and good. So 4 quick points there for the Bulldogs. They pulled right back in to within 6 at 35-29. Jaime with it. Jaime bringing it just crosses midcourt. Minute 20 and counting left here in the third period. Gets it over to Spencer.
Eagles going to be content to run some clock here.
Spencer going to drive in. Gets it over to Gary. Gary has it. Gary is going to get a timeout. He was trying to get a hold of the ball, and I think Coach Geiger saw that he was struggling a little bit and called the timeout while they still had possession. So 1 minute, 5 seconds left here in the third period. Again, your Eagles are up by 6, 35-29. So, guys, I think you'd like to see the Eagles make a little bit of a run here if they can at the end of the period and try to stretch this lead out just a little bit, feel a little bit better about their chances going into the fourth period.
Or even if we could just run off this whole minute 5 and just get the last shot here at the period would be
for sure
perfectly fine.
The good thing about what you just mentioned, Brad, there's no shot clock in high school basketball, so you can definitely do that if they can get away with it.
And the Eagles have called 2 30-second timeouts, and Yoakum has called 1 30-second.
So that leaves, of course, I'm counting them all together. It'd be 3 left for Yoakum. I think what you
4.
just said, 4, and then the other 3 for the Eagles. So
number 4 checked in for us.
Okay, so
Aiden Martinez.
Okay, yeah, okay. I gotta look that one up because I'm not sure I'm familiar. Yeah, it's Aiden Martinez. I'm assuming that's someone they moved up from JV. Spencer will be inbound to the ball for the Eagles as they're trying to get the court cleaned up here again. Still waiting on the
referee getting on their assistant coach.
Oh, is that okay?
Thought he was not going to listen to his mouth.
Of course, I guess he had something to say while he was out there cleaning up the court.
I guess the next one would be a T.
Yes.
Yeah, they only get 1 warning. Yeah, they call it a warning for a reason because the next one ain't going to be a warning. 4 and Martinez with it now for the Eagles. Gets it over to Spencer. Spencer over to Jaime. Jaime with it out front. Gets it over to Martinez. Over to Jaime. Back to Martinez. Over to Spencer. Spencer with it. And, Brad, like you're saying, it seems like they're kind of content to try to run this minute off. They're down to about half a minute, so they're almost there. Jaime with it. Gets it over to Spencer.
And that was probably why they brought Martinez in, just another ball handler.
And Spencer drives in, shoots it, it's good! So they got exactly what they wanted there, Brad. Harrison brings it the other way for the Bulldogs. And no, we're going to get a foul, I believe, here on Baker.
That was all ball.
Yes.
It did look like it, but as you just mentioned.
Look at Granado, he's like.
Yeah, Coach Granado's down there in the corner. Closer.
Or is that Seth Powell saying he's up?
Well, actually, Coach Jorge Munoz is down there, too.
There's Seth in the foyer.
With Preston, they're all going.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see them. You're right. Seth Powell, and, of course, Seth Powell's one of our school board members, and then also Preston Moses.
That's the 4th on Kayemi.
So he's got to be careful. Hopkins for Yoakum got to be careful. And that first free throw from Harrison is good. Makes the score 37-30 in favor of the Eagles. But Eagles have plenty of time, as you see there in front of you, 14.0. I'm not going to go after the hundredths of a second like what they do. Free throw is off the back of the rim, no good, and fought for, and I think Barnett goes off. Oh, actually going to go off of Jaime because him and Barnett were fighting over it. Garza will be inbounding it for the Bulldogs. Oh, and a turnover as Spencer ends up with it. Layup, and it's no good, but Jaime is back there to clean it up, and he puts it in. Spencer at 3 seconds. Oh, almost a steal there by Spencer. Doesn't get it. Harrison gets it away. No good, however. So that is the end of the third period here at Flatonia, Texas, and Flatonia High School with your score, your Luling Eagles 39 and the Yoakum Bulldogs 30. So stay tuned for the final period here. So as I mentioned earlier, if you missed it, if you got that pen in your hand this time, you're ready now. So hoops enthusiasts, mark your calendars for the back-to-back UIL State Basketball Championships at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. The girls basketball championships take place February 27th through March the 1st, and the boys championships are the week following on March 6th through March 9th. Be there to witness history in the making. For all the must-know details and to grab your tickets, visit uiltexas.org/basketball. Again, that's uiltexas.org/basketball. So if you're definitely, hopefully the Eagles, they're on their way to winning this one. And if they can win, as I mentioned earlier, I checked the bracket, they'll take on the winner of Crystal City and Marion. And Brad was saying that that game is going to be broadcast on YouTube later on this evening. So it's a Crystal City broadcast. So if you want to do a search of it, I'm sure you can pull it up. And then we would assume that the game will be later this week sometime, either Friday or Saturday. We'll get, so once we know, let's just get the win first, and then once we know all that, we can get all that information to y'all. So Hanks will be inbounding for the Eagles. Ooh, and a close as Spencer went to the backcourt. That was almost a back violation, but he did establish himself in the backcourt before he got the ball. Spencer has it now, shoots a three, and that's off the rim, no good. Rebound, and Martinez is still in there, I'm noticing too, Brad. So I'm assuming that Coach Geiger's pretty happy, and they almost got a steal there, matter of fact. And Harrison has it, gets it over to Hopkins with his 4 fouls. Over to Martinez, who shoots a three, no good. Martinez shoots that lefty, and rebounded in the corner by Hanks. He tried to throw it off of Barnett, but I think he did. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought so because it looked like it's a turnover there.
Good heads-up play there.
I mean, not turnover, but it was off of Barnett. So, and Martinez has it, gets it over to Jaime. Jaime with it, and the Eagles again up by 9. Like to see them kind of stretch this in. There's a three-pointer off the back of the rim, but Spencer went right to him. There's a Marion. He has it blocked by Barnett as he went up, and Bulldogs coming the other way. Cuellar has it, gets it over to Barnett, but Barnett falls down. Oh, and blocking foul is called.
Yeah, that was right,
folks.
there.
I'm sorry, that was not a blocking foul. I know we're supposed to be impartial here, but I mean it was clearly not a blocking foul. Barnett got the ball and fell down on his own. I was looking right at it. Martinez with it, gets it over to Harrison, over to Cuellar, over to Hopkins. Again, 4 fouls for Hopkins. He misses, and he's going to get foul.
That's going to be the 5th on Hanks.
And 5th on Jadis Hanks. So Jadis Hanks has been disqualified from this game with his 5 fouls. So that's a big blow for the Eagles because Jadis provides a lot of rebounding ability there, and then, of course, some timely jump shooting too.
Maybe that may just be his 4th.
Let's see. Well, actually, they're saying it's his 4th, Brad. I'm looking at the board. So, yeah. So you might have called a break there. Hopkins is going to shoot it, and the first free throw is up and no good in and out of the rim. And thanks to there's over 40 viewers right now of this playoff broadcast. So thank y'all very much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Second free throw is good this time by Hopkins. Jaime has it now as he got the inbound pass from Flores. Jaime bringing it up the floor. Gets it over to Flores. Over to Spencer. Spencer with it. Gets it over to, Martinez. And Martinez lost it off his hands and goes out of bounds. Turnover, and it'll be over to the Bulldogs. Harrison inbounds it to Martinez, who brings it up the floor. Down at about 6.5 minutes left here in regulation time. Cuellar has it in the corner and gets it over to Barnett, and Barnett misses on a layup and rebounded by Jaime Gomez. Jaime gets it over to Aiden Flores. Aiden Flores with it, bringing it across midcourt, drives in, lays it up, and off the no good, and Martinez gets it, passes it to Zamarian Cruz, and Zamarian Cruz scores off the backboard. And Yoakum coming the other way with it. Harrison spins in, misses it short, and rebound by Aiden Flores. That ball hit nothing but air from Harrison. Oh, no, he knocks it away from Flores, gets it back, and we're gonna get a jump ball. No, we're gonna get a hold on another foul, and another controversial one, folks, because that did not look like a hold. That looked like a jump ball to me, if anything, and Brad's saying that's 5 on Aiden Flores. What a tough way for him to get disqualified. So hopefully the Eagles can hang on here, and it won't be his last game of his career because he's a senior. He's one of our seniors, along with Jaime Flores, Jadis Hanks. Of course, Jadis Hanks is already – well, actually, we thought he fouled out, but he only had 4, so he's still in. And Cade Samuelson's was normally on the team, but I don't see he's out there, so he may be with the baseball team. I think they were having a scrimmage or something today. Oh, a shout out to I did forget earlier. Greg let me know our Luling soccer team, girls soccer team, that is, they won over Yoakum 2-0. Free throw on the way from Harrison is up and off the rim and then good. So shout out to those young ladies. And my understanding from the guys is they're still in contention for a playoff spot. Free throw is good, and we're hoping to do one of their games fairly soon. We just have to, we're going to have to see what goes on. Of course, our priority right now is these Luling boys with their playoff run that they're on. So, of course, the other sports are just getting started. Of course, soccer is winding down as well, but the playoffs haven't started for soccer just yet, and we're in the playoffs here. So we're going to take care of these guys first, and then we'll basically work our way down. So
30-second timeout by Yoakum.
So 30-second timeout by Yoakum. So, guys, what do y'all think it's going to take for the Eagles to pull this victory up by 8 right now?
I just don't agree with the sloppy calls that have been calling. They just got to run some clock down just when they get up here. And
the Eagles have to know that the officials are calling it that way. You got to adjust to it. You got to let it. You can't let it phase you. You got to just keep playing.
So we're at 5:47 left here. And, of course, shout out, too, to our friend and our founder, Emilio Sarge Juarez. I finally heard from him yesterday, guys. So he's the one that had the idea of doing what we're seeing now, which I'm hoping eventually we can get our both double camera systems set up, and we're going to do that because it takes a lot off of me, I'll tell you what. Jaime Baker with it. Gets it over to Zamarian. Layup, no good. He was going too fast, I think, is what caused that miss. Martinez shoots a 3. No good. And a rebound by Spencer. Spencer goes the other way as he gets it back, and his floater is good.
Good hustle by Spencer to get in there and get that rebound.
And a good look there by Martinez. He wasn't scared to shoot it.
He's walking.
And instead, it's going to be a foul.
He's taking like 2 or 3 steps.
So, again, Greg, we are not wearing the black and white.
I think that's 5 on Kayemi now.
So, 5 on Baker. Of course, Coach Geiger trying to calm him down over here. He's a little upset. So, Hanks will come back in. So the Eagles now have 2 players that are disqualified with 5 fouls. Kayemi Baker, and a little earlier was Aiden Flores. So now they gotta watch with Hanks. They can't afford to have Hanks pick up his 5th, because then we're pretty much going to be losing all the size except for Zamarian. And Zamarian's he's done a great job, guys, but I think it'd be a lot better if we still had Hanks out there for the duration. Harrison, free throw is no good, off the rim. Again, the Eagles, as you see there in front of you, up by 10, 43-33. Second free throw, it's good, I'm sorry. Good. And ball inbounded by Spencer over to Jaime Gomez. Getting down around 5 minutes left here in the 4th period. Martinez with it. Martinez is going to drive in. He got fouled. Guys, I don't know where he's been all season, but
JV.
He's JV, I guess, but I see that Coach Geiger pulled out his secret weapon because he won't be such a secret anymore. We got another shout-out from Jason. He's enjoying the broadcast. One of the 40-some-odd people that we heard was enjoying the broadcast. Spencer with it. And out front gets it over to Jaime. Jaime with it. Over to Spencer. Spencer out front. Guarded by Martinez for Yoakum. Over to Jaime. Over to Hanks. Hanks. And it goes off the foot. I think he did that on purpose. Threw off the foot of Harrison. And it goes out of bounds. So Marion will be inbounding the ball. 4:40 left in the fourth period. Oh, now Jaime's going to inbound the ball.
Yeah, he's calling the play. Coach Geiger signaled it and he's setting it up.
I think Trish said we just went over 50. I think that's what I just heard her say.
Oh, she said 60.
Oh, is it 60? Oh, that's even better. They're calling everybody up, letting everybody know, get on here, because the Eagles might be advancing to the round 2 here. Let's not put the cart before the horse, but they're looking good right now. Hanks for a 3, and no good off the rim, and it's loose, and Martinez comes up with a rebound. Big rebound there by Aiden Martinez. Over to Gomez with a floater. That misses. Rebound by Jaime again. Jaime gets it over to Spencer, and Spencer says, calm everybody down, and then gets it over to Jaime. I think he was just trying to sucker the Bulldogs in there, because he did that motion to settle down, then he passes it to Jaime. Jaime thought about driving in. Hanks has it now. Gets it over to Martinez. Martinez with it over to
Jaime's telling him to slow it down.
Spencer gets it over to Jaime Gomez. Of course, Jaime Gomez is a senior leader. He's like a coach on the court. And he's dribbling it out front over to Hanks, who thought about a 3. He didn't miss that last one by much yet. I think I'd like to see him take that one. But they're trying to run clock here. And off of Martinez, and Martinez, I think, caught it right in the face.
Yes.
So, yeah, hopefully that young man's okay.
That wasn't intentional.
No, it wasn't. No,
it was just one of those.
Exactly, but he's not happy about it. But yes, as you mentioned, Brad, it was not at all intentional. He was trying to just throw it out and get a possession.
Look at that fan over there.
So we got a fan. Yeah, we got some security here. I don't know that I would take my chances of going on the court.
Out there.
So there's some security. They're right there to take care of anybody that wants to get froggy. And we're going to have a 3.5. We're at 3.5 minutes, and we're going to have a timeout here at 3.5. 3:29 left here in the fourth period. So we're going to run a commercial real quick. Got some time. We'll go ahead and run a commercial for our friend Randy Ellis, KJ's Embroidery. Stay tuned here on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast.
30.
KJ's Embroidery is the place that can make your embroidery dreams a reality. If you're looking for embroidery work for business hats, shirts, or patches,
I think they said they had one timeout over here. Yelled up one finger.
Randy Ellis can get you lined up. From a handful of items to bulk items, KJ's Embroidery is the one to call. Check them out on Facebook to stay up to date with all of their current work. If you would like to reach out to KJ's Embroidery for embroidery work done, you can send an email to kjsembroidery@gmail.com, or you can call them at 830-263-2447.
15.
We're back here on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast.
21.
Eric Lugo, Brad Wright, and you just heard Greg Tracy there, alongside our support staff here, Stephanie Tracy and Patricia Trish Calloway. I think they said 60. Is that what y'all just said? 60?
I think so.
Okay. And almost a turnover there, but Spencer, we're going to get a foul here?
Yes.
On who?
15.
No, they called that on Brayson.
Yeah, they did call it. I was going to say, I don't think it's on Bell. It was on Brayson Spencer for your Eagles.
70.
I think people are calling people, texting people, telling them we're on, and the Eagles are leading, and with only 3:18 left, because that's quite a few people.
That's getting up into football numbers.
Yeah, exactly. We haven't seen those kind of numbers since football season. Free throw from Bell is up, and no good off the rim. So Eagles catch a break there. Bell again. Free throw is no good. Or excuse me, good. I'm sorry. Good. Jaime with it for the Eagles. Floater from Jaime off the backboard, and it's good! So that gives the Eagles a 10-point lead
21.
once again. And that's 21. He's gone. That'll be his 5th foul.
I think it was 21. I didn't see the number.
11.
11.
So Jaime will go to the line for his and one. So I think with those numbers, I think we got a lot of people jumping up and down right about now, wherever they're at.
We still got 3 minutes.
Free throw up, and it's good for Jaime Gomez. Makes the score 46-35. Hopkins with it for Yoakum. And drives in and scores. He went around Zamarian. Zamarian just kind of let him go. Had that Olay defense there. Jaime with it, gets it over to Spencer. Spencer got the pass as he crossed midcourt, gets it back to Jaime. Jaime's going to shoot a three, and off the back of the rim, no good. I thought that was in for sure, but it off the back of the rim, and Harrison has it for Yoakum. And I believe is it going to be?
It's going to be the 5th on Hanks.
It's going to be the 5th on Hanks, number 1, and it's going to be an and one for Gage Harrison, number 2. So I was trying to see if the foul was on someone in green and white, and it was on, as I mentioned, on Jadis Hanks. And Harrison goes to the line for his and one. Down 7 are the Bulldogs. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left here in the 4th period. But I know I've heard you say it a lot of times, Brad, and some of the stuff we've done in the past, and even games we haven't done on there, they got to take care of, they have the lead. They got to take care of the lead. I know I've always heard you say that. So free throw is good from Harrison. Spencer with it. Spencer dribbling around, guarded full court and knocked away. We're going to get a foul, I think, though, on Harrison.
Nope, timeout.
Oh, timeout, okay. So I thought it was Harrison that it was right when he hit Jaime, and I thought he hit Jaime on the hand, but no, that wasn't it. So Eagles do lead by 6. 2 minutes, 37 seconds is going to be a pretty good and feverish 2 minutes and 37 seconds, I'm sure. But as you mentioned too, Brad, I wanted to say another thing is you always say is they got to play like they have the lead. Because if they don't play like they have the lead, then they're going to lose that lead. So I think as long as I'm sure that's what Coach Geiger's telling them in the huddle right now, they got to play like it. And now with 3 of your big guys out due to fouls, it's going to be huge for the Eagles to take care of the basketball and play like, as I mentioned, like they have the lead and try to pull this victory out. And again, the winner of this game tonight, whoever it is, will take on the winner of Crystal City and Honda,
2
which
and 2.
is going to
Is that what you got, Brad?
start at 7 o'clock this evening. So Spencer will be inbounding the ball for your Eagles. Again, 2 minutes, 37 seconds left here in the 4th period, hoping that they can bring a playoff victory back to Luling, be Bi-District champs. Inbounded, looked like a foul there on Jaime. They didn't call it. And maybe a turnover. No, Spencer comes up with it. Spencer chases it down, and he has it. Oh, and then Gary goes off of his hands. Gary Cantu, they threw it, and it went off his hands. So the ball be turned over to the Bulldogs. Bulldogs trying to climb their way back in this. They're only down 2 possessions. So Eagles got to play some defense here. Ball passed to Barnett over to Hopkins. Hopkins has 4 fouls still. 3-pointer in and out, no good. Rebounded by Cantu, and we're going to get a foul on Spencer. Nice sportsmanship there by the Yoakum coach to help Brayson Spencer up. It was right there at his feet. Jaime will be inbounding the ball for your Eagles. 2:12 now left here in the 4th period. Jaime with it. We're going to get a timeout. I think another timeout by Coach Geiger. I think that's what we got. So Coach Geiger, and I think that's his last one, right? That's what y'all said a while ago?
I think he's got one more.
He's got one more, okay.
I think they have two.
We're not sure. It's not official, but we think he does have one more left other than that one. So, again, 2 minutes, 12 seconds left here in the fourth period. Your Eagles leading by 6, 46-40. Sorry, I have to keep turning this thing off to when I show a commercial. I don't want to get in the way of the commercial that runs. But as you see there, Luling is the home team. They're the Bulldogs on the scoreboard. So they do lead by 6. So, guys, yeah, it's going to be another fantastic finish. We had a lot of them this season. And most of the ones I've been involved in, the broadcasts that we've done, or that I've done some when the guys haven't been here, have gone the way of the Eagles. So hopefully this is another one that'll go that way. Cantu will be inbounding the ball for the Eagles. Gets it over to Martinez, who's back in. Aiden Martinez dribbling around and going to get it over to Spencer, over to Jaime. Jaime's open, but they do get on him right quick. And they're going to get a foul here. Yeah, they're to the point they're going to have to maybe start fouling because the Eagles can just run a lot of time off this clock. So they're going to make the Eagles earn it at the free throw line. We're down under 2 minutes now, a minute 58 left here in the fourth period. 2 free throws for Spencer. First one on the way is up and off the back of the rim and no good. And if you're the Eagles, you got to make these free throws. You can't let the Bulldogs creep back in and give them any hope of being able to win it at the buzzer. Free throw, this one is good, off the rim, and then it rolled in. Hopkins has it.
No fouls.
Harrison. Over to Cuellar. Over to Hopkins, and Hopkins is going to get bumped by Zamarian. So Zamarian's going to pick up that foul.
Maybe they may get Cantu.
Let's see.
Nope, Zamarian.
It was Zamarian, 5-0, not 5. So
I think that's his fourth.
So each team now is in the double bonus, so it's going to be free throws for any foul from here on out. Hopkins with his first one is good. Makes a score 47-41, as you see there, a minute 48 left. Second free throw is good as well. Cuts the lead to 5. Martinez with it. Gets it over to Jaime. Over to Spencer. Spencer with it. Almost turnover. Instead, Martinez has it. Gets it to Cantu. Cantu passes it out.
Smart.
Yeah. And over to Spencer. Over to Martinez. That's what they're trying to do here is run clock. And Spencer with it. Over to Martinez. The fans wanted to travel over there for Yoakum. They didn't get it. And Spencer has it now over to Jaime. Jaime with it. Throws it off of Bell. And Bell knew it was coming, but he just couldn't do anything to stop it. He saw it was coming.
Yoakum is huffing and puffing trying to catch their breaths out there.
That's Darian Bell, 15 for the Bulldogs. So, this is kind of the game where you find out who's got the better conditioning. Right now it looks like it's the Eagles. Spencer falls down and
travel.
We're going to get a travel, yes. Or a timeout, actually. We got a timeout is what it was. I believe it was Bell that came up with the ball. Speaking of
rolled.
Bell.
He should have been called for the travel. He rolled with it.
But it was a timeout granted is what it was. So now should it have been maybe a travel, maybe so, but that's not what was called. So the Bulldogs will have possession when we go back to action. Again, a minute 2 left here in the fourth period. Eagles up by 2 possessions still, 47-42. So, again, if the Eagles do hang on here, they'll advance to the next round, the area round, where they'll take on either the Marion Bulldogs or Crystal City. I'm not sure what Crystal City is. Do you know their mascot, Brad?
I think Javelinas.
Okay, so Javelinas. One of the 2 of those teams will play. And if it's us and Marion, I would assume it's going to be somewhere pretty
Seguin,
close.
San Marcos, Gonzales.
Yeah, it could be any one of those towns. So, got the Eagle cheerleaders here leading the crowd. And, again, we're on, you guys that have followed us all year on the video broadcast are used to us being on the visitor side. Today we're on the home side with our fans. So,
and speaking of our fans, we probably got Yoakum outnumbered easily 2-1.
Oh, yeah, fans. For sure. Yeah, they have hardly anyone over on that other side. They have like you said, about half, I'd say, maybe a little three-quarter. The Eagle fans, they're overflowing. Some are standing on the side.
Just don't pick up no foul. Tighten up that defense and just.
Hopkins with it over to Harrison.
And he just walked like 10 miles.
And no good, and then rebounded by Barnett, and he scores. Jaime with it, gets it over to Spencer.
Under a minute.
Spencer. And he's going to get fouled by 15 Bell. And so Spencer will go to the line. Again, these free throws are huge. 48.0 left here in the fourth period. They got to make these free throws. That's the only way they're going to get this victory secure. First free throw on the way from Spencer is good, and nothing but net. That's the kind of free throws we need from here on out, whatever free throws we shoot.
Jaime's doing good leadership. He's telling them to.
Second free throw, good. And Harrison inbounded to Hopkins. Hopkins, and he throws it up, and it goes in. Good shot, circus shot there by Jamar Hopkins. Jaime has it, gets it over to Spencer. Spencer with it, gets it over to Zamarian. Zamarian inside to Gary. Gary's going to pass it out to Jaime.
30 seconds.
And over to Martinez. Spencer. Over to Jaime. And they're going to get a foul on Jaime. And really, I don't necessarily have much of a choice, but if you're going to foul somebody, I don't think Jaime Gomez is the guy you want to foul.
Good job of the Eagles right off about 20, 30 seconds.
For sure, yeah. And, they were content to let Gary shoot that layup. There was nobody in front of him, but Gary just, I'm sure he had specific instructions to pass that ball out. So, I mean, like I mentioned earlier so many times, we have the lead. You got to play that way. Free throw is good from Jaime Gomez, nothing but net.
You got to wonder on Gary, how much of that is being the quarterback? Used to being able to, under pressure, be able to keep your nerves under control and know the game situation.
One more big one here for Jaime. And that's good as well. Nothing but net again. Hopkins coming the other way with it. Gets it from Harrison. Drives into the lane. Throws it up. It's no good. And another foul. I don't even know. We did not even touch.
No, he did.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, he got him with the body.
I didn't see it. I mean, I'll take your word for it, Brad. I know you're not going to lie to me. So Hopkins is going to go to the line to shoot two. As I mentioned earlier, every free throw from here on out, or every foul, is 2 free throws. So
Marion fouls out. That's the fourth Eagle to foul out here tonight.
So 4 Eagles, and if we can survive this last 16.4 seconds, that to me that would say a lot about the depth of our team. The fact we can have 4 guys foul out in one game and still come out victorious. Hopkins with the free throw is in and out, no good. That's huge because it keeps it as a 5-point game, and where one of the possessions is going to have to be a 3 for the Bulldogs if they're going to have a 2-possession game anyway. Free throw is missed again. Harrison gets it, though, and puts it back in. And we're going to get a timeout called by the Bulldogs. So big 2 points there, big offensive rebound for Gage Harrison. Again, he's trying not to let it be his last game in a Bulldog uniform, so he's playing like it. So he went up right away as soon as he got that rebound and put it in. So cuts the lead to 51-48, 3 points for your Eagles. It's 12.7 as you see there in front of you. Left.
I thought I just saw Judy tell the official we have 1 timeout left and they are out of them.
Okay. So there you go. And again, what we tell you is unofficial. Our stats are unofficial, but we try to keep up with it as best we can for y'all because we know you want to know out there, especially not having any video today. Which, as I mentioned, again, I'm sure you guys are aware of it by now. And if you're not, if you have someone asking you why UIL rules do prohibit the video unless it's something pre-approved outlet like NFHS. And unfortunately, when I talked to Sarge yesterday, he told me he didn't get this game assigned to him. But hopefully if the Eagles advance, the next one he will get assigned to him. And you'll have at least an option. If you want to watch the game, you can tune into his broadcast, on NFHS if he does happen to get it. So, again, the Eagles, you figure they're going to foul here, Brad. There's 12.7 left. They really don't have much of a choice.
Oh, yeah,
they'll try to
absolutely.
get a steal right away, I'm sure, and if they don't get the steal, they're going to have to foul, will the Bulldogs. Spencer will inbound, gets it over to Jaime. Jaime's going to hold on to it in the corner, which he can. Over to Spencer. Spencer with it. Gets it over to Gary. They got it in the front court, and they're going to get a foul with 4.2 left. And Gary Cantu will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. All he really has to do is make one of the 2, and this game's pretty much over, folks. So let's see if Gary, you mentioned, Brad, we'll see how much pressure he can take right here. He's got 2 pretty pressure-packed free throws here. First free throw coming up for Gary. And, again, if this goes in, it's pretty much over. First free throw is no good off the rim. It wasn't a bad free throw at all. It just didn't go in. One more free throw on the way for Gary. And this one is good. That might have just done it there, folks. So if you're the Eagles, no fouls. Hopkins with it. Over to, and a steal by Brayson Spencer, and there's the buzzer. Your Eagles will advance to the area round of the 2024-2025 playoffs for the 2024-2025 season, that is. So your final score here at Flatonia High School, Flatonia Independent School District, is your Luling Eagles defeating the Yoakum Bulldogs by a score of 52-48. That last pass was a desperation pass. I believe it was Hopkins that threw it for Yoakum and ended up in the hands of Spencer, and basically just came the other way with it. The clock hit zeros, as you saw there in front of you, and that is it. And the Eagles will advance to see another game. Gage Harrison, of course, is, as I mentioned, a senior for the Bulldogs. It's going to be his final game in that Bulldog blue. So congratulations to that young man. I got to watch him in our tournament when they were in Luling. He's a good ball player. I could see him definitely playing at the next level. So, guys, we're just going to go ahead and wrap it up now, I guess, unless y'all got something y'all want to get out.
Player of the game, I think you got to go with Jaime, 29 points.
Okay, so unofficially, of course, but Jaime Gomez with a big 29 points there, again unofficial.
And the impact player, how about Aiden Martinez stepping in, seeing some of his very few varsity action and giving the Eagles quality minutes.
So we got some of the guys coming up here to greet their folks. Right, of course, like I said, they're on our side, so I don't know if I could get Jaime over here, but if I could get him over here, we can maybe interview him real quick. He's right here in front of us. Jaime!
See if we can get Jaime here real quick for a quick interview.
We're going to try to get Jaime on the headset here so we can talk to him about the win. And he's going to put it on now. So we'll have Jaime Gomez. We're going to get an impromptu interview here with Jaime. Jaime, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes, sir.
good. So we got Jaime Gomez with us now. Eagles just advanced to round 2, the area round, with a 52-48 victory over the Yoakum Bulldogs. So, Jaime, the guys are telling me unofficially you had 29 points.
Yes,
and how was it out there? I mean, did it seem like it was pretty tough, or it seemed like you were feeling it there for a while, shooting your 3-pointers?
We know coming into this game is going to be tough. So my guys come out strong, come out big. They're going to be tall and athletic. But we just got to sit there and box out. And we did that. Some fouls were a little bit iffy, but we hanged up in there. We didn't give up on each other. And, man, this team, I love it. Best team I ever had. And it was a good game. Tired, but we got it. We got to win.
So
Eric, we need to let him go. They're wanting him for
pictures. They want to go pictures. So go ahead, Jaime. We'll go ahead and let you go.
Go ahead,
so congratulations on the win.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So they're taking pictures over here. The Bi-District champs that the Luling Eagles are. They're calling them over. So we had to let him go.
I get the sweaty headset.
Yeah. So again, the player of the game is going to be Jaime Gomez, as we mentioned. 29 points and then the impact player y'all mentioned is Aiden Martinez. Aiden Martinez, like I said, who knew? Well, the JV folks apparently knew about Aiden Martinez, but now I think all of the rest of Luling has found out about how big of a asset Aiden Martinez is going to be to this playoff team as they go down the line. So again, they will take on the winner of Crystal City and Marion, which my understanding is they're going to start at 7 o'clock, or they already have, so I'm sure they're going right now. So as soon as we find out when the next game is going to be, we'll let everyone know. It'll be just like this one. It'll be an audio-only broadcast, but we'll have the
catching some video
scoreboard
now since the game's over.
Okay, well, yeah, the game is over.
Footage.
So, yeah, I was going to say what happened to my scoreboard. So, anyway, I was looking at it. But anyway, so stay tuned. We'll keep everybody posted on that. And as I mentioned, we will do the same kind of broadcast, audio only. So thanks to all of y'all, the 70 or some odd people, like Brad mentioned, that's close to football numbers. We don't see those kind of numbers unless it's football time. And apparently now we know playoff time brings out the numbers too. So, and once we get the information posted, let everybody know, let all your family, your friends know that we're on here from wherever they're at, that they're Eagles. Let them know about it and let them know that they can support the boys that way, even if they can't be on site at wherever the next game happens to be. If it's Marion, like I mentioned earlier, I would assume it's going to be really close by. So, guys, y'all have anything else y'all want to?
No, let's call
it.
it.
Okay, so we're going to call it a night. So I'm going to go ahead and run the outro that takes us out.
Have a safe trip, Eric.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to run the outro that takes us out of the broadcast. Again, the final score is your Luling Eagles defeating the Yoakum Bulldogs in the Bi-District round of the 2024-2025 playoffs, 52-48. So until next time, we want to say to everyone, go Eagle Nation. And again, stay tuned for the outro, the alma mater that takes us out of the broadcast. Thank you.
Thank you for watching today's broadcast of Luling Eagles Sports on the Luling Eagles Sports broadcast. Until next time, go Eagles.